Gurug, and this video is regard of where to open saving account, which bank you can use, and what are the tips and what you want to do there. Yeah, there are two kind of bank: private bank and government bank. And there are plenty of bank. In my life, I use a lot of banks for my services, for account and etc. But after all this experience and all this gone through it, I learned that just few bank that can have perfect match for me and perfect match, I think perfect match for you. So I'm going to recommend this one. First start with the private bank. In private bank there are a lot of banks like HDFC, Axis, IndusInd, Yes Bank, Kotak Bank. But out of all this bank, the HDFC is better one. Why? Because HDFC is the only stable bank right now. Stable bank means they are not near to bankruptcy, and their the debt ratio is quite low compared to Axis and every ICICI Bank. And while other banks like ICICI, Axis, Kotak, IndusInd, Yes Bank gone bankrupt recently, so I not gonna recommend to you. These all banks have a lot of issue with loans, and there are a lot of issue with bad loans and savings. So if you're going to use those banks, you're gonna be big trouble. And the reason why I'm recommend HDFC, not because the service is good, because the bank is quite stable. Okay. Their saving account, what is saving account, how they use? They have simple saving accounts which come with a minimum balance of 10,000 rupees, just like all other private bank. Then the other premium like start from 25,000, 50,000 or 1 lakh minimum balance per month. So if you are loaded with cash, if you have a higher saving ratio, if your financial capacity is quite high, you can use one HDFC account. The benefits are quite good. HDFC have good quality online transaction. HDFC have good quality app. HDFC provide you Visa and MasterCard, which is compatible with every other platform in the world. So you can swipe anywhere you can like. That is a plus point for having HDFC account and HDFC debit card. But HDFC charge a lot of hidden charges. There are a lot of hidden charges. There are a lot of GST charges and etc. charges. So with every private bank there is issue with charge. They charge a lot of money on a lot of stuff and a lot of bouncing, a lot of things and that. So remember, if you want to own HDFC, you have to face this trouble. And that one. There's plus point. There's a lot of negative points also. I used to have HDFC and still own, but now due to the lot of EMI and loan issues, so I don't use HDFC. But if you can, you can try one HDFC account. Now, you gotta go on government. Which government account you can own? My two favorite bank now left is Indian Overseas Bank and Bank of Baroda. I love the Indian Overseas Bank, but the problem with Indian Overseas Bank is its online transaction sucks. Their website sucks, their app sucks. Actually, the app would look good. The biggest problem is the server keep getting crashed. So every transaction you do, the transaction keep getting crashed. That is the issue with Indian Overseas Bank. Indian Overseas Bank don't believe in online activity, and this is why they have really bad. And rest of the other banks are not so good either. So now the most favorite bank left is the Bank of Baroda, which is government bank. Recently, Bank of Baroda became even more stronger after the merge. The service was always good. The staff was always friendly. Their branches are very great. Their branches are everywhere. If you go to Gujarat, you're gonna find Bank of Baroda everywhere. Even in Maharashtra and Mumbai, you're gonna find Bank of Baroda branch everywhere. So I will recommend the Bank of Baroda to anybody. The Bank of Baroda is awesome. Their service is good. The bank is quite stable and profitable. They are not near to bankruptcy, and the last, they are funded by the government, central government. So if anything happens to this bank, the the central government will be stood by them. It's just like, if this bank got bankrupt, like our country is going bankrupt. So remember that. So Bank of Baroda doesn't need to worry about security. Bank of Baroda is quite stable and funded by our central government bank. And the Bank of Baroda is quite smart also. Their online transaction is good. Their app is also good, and so there is no issue. They basically offer RuPay debit card, but you can ask them for a premium Visa or Mastercard. Tell them you need Visa card no matter what. You're gonna be willing to pay any money. But anyway, the charges are not high. You can pay around 100 to 200 rupees extra per annual for this premium debit card. So there is not issue much. They are just like they offer the check and everything, passbook, and there is no much hidden charges in this Bank of Baroda. The charges are quite low, compared to HDFC or other bank. So if you want to open the first saving account, you can go for Bank of Baroda. The Bank of Baroda is quite better one in saving account, and they offer 1000 rupees. So I think perfectly fine for housewife and student and elderly people. Also, you can offer fixed deposit, etc. Now the app also working very fine. There's no issue with the app. The online transaction is quite good. The website is quite good, and combined with all this benefit, I think the Bank of Baroda is number one. So you can use the Bank of Baroda, and if you have a lot of money, you can also use HDFC. Combined Bank of Baroda with the HDFC. Now, what about the, let's say, State Bank or Punjab Bank or etc. bank? Actually, I use the services. I don't like them. The staff is not good. They are quite ego issue. The online product is not so good. They have a lot of issues. So I don't use other bank anymore. I just stick with the two bank. First, my favorite is a Bank of Baroda, and second one in private, HDFC. Their service is not much good, and they charge a lot of hidden stuff. But because I use them for only one reason, is the online transaction, especially the international one. I use international debit card, HDFC debit card and HDFC credit card for international transaction, which is quite good. But I think now the government bank like Bank of Baroda is catching up to HDFC, and they are also offering credit card. If you are local, you can try for the credit card. They are not much offering, but yeah, you can start with something, and then you can use international debit card also. Okay, so that was the review regarding which bank is the best one, which you can go for. Please like, share, and subscribe. You can watch our videos, and please visit our techguruji.com for tech news and f1.co for e-commerce purchase handicraft stuff, where you can buy all these handicraft women dresses and men stuff. Okay, thank you.